Hey, what's going on, everyone? And happy Sunday. A little different. We're going to do a weekend stream because, well, I can't get enough of playing Aces of Thunder. So I want to thank everybody who is joining the stream today. I got Michael Angelo Draconis, Arlen, as always. Thank you so much. Chrome Colossus, LSB, Daniel Leeper. So got a lot of regulars in here on a Sunday. Now, today it is going to be just me, but I am going to try to pin the chat, in the plane so I can still talk to you. We had a great time streaming this on Friday with Beck and I. It was our first look at it. It was actually, I guess, the world's first look at it outside of Gaijin. So I want to thank all the other channels who took our stream and dissected it. That was kind of cool to see. So not something that we see a lot of on our channel, but very cool to see so many people excited for this game. So, Chrome, I did and didn't. So I'm still not going to be flying with my HOTAS today. I've gotten everything mapped except the trigger button. For some reason on my X52 will not map into the game, so I cannot set my guns on it. So I was having to set that on one of my hat switches, which felt really weird. And there is currently, I have struggled to find the config file, whatever. Again, this is pre-release. I can't get the axes to invert, and so throttle is completely backwards and pitch is completely backwards, and it's just driving me crazy. So I did bring out my 8BitDo Pro controller, so the more of a gamepad feel. So we're gonna try that, and then I'm also gonna use the Quest controllers again because I've been getting a little bit better now. For those, before we start, I know everybody's like, get in the air, and I will. No, I do not have any release date. I do not have a lot of information on this. We were just given the key on Friday when we streamed it, JD, and I wish I had more, but look for more info on UploadVR.com coming soon. Now, today I am just going to be playing. I will be interacting with you guys, and I'll probably be playing badly. Because we did watch other people dissect our stream and some comments that we had that I guess Beck had to remove on Friday. I've been playing flight simulators for a long time, but I don't do it every day and I don't do it regularly. And when I get up in the air, I just get up in the air and I fly and I have fun. So it's not like I'm trying to do this realistically. For those of you who do that, I applaud you. That's great. That's not what I do. So you're going to see me fumble around a lot. Now, also, this game is not 100% finished. As I said on Friday, there are still some hand controls that don't work fully. Things that are still need some quality of life improvements, like the HOTAS mapping. Obviously, as I said, I can't get my axes to invert, so I cannot fly after 30 years of muscle memory. The reversing those sticks for me was just not an option. So let's see here. Daniel Leeper, is it me or have there not been any advertising done of the historic battles in this? There haven't. And I did poke around a little bit more in the menu, and we'll look through some of that because I did find some of the single player missions. I'm sorry if it was a little rushed on Friday, but again, we just really wanted to get this out there and show the world this really cool upcoming flight sim. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and slip the headset down over my eyes now. So we'll jump into one of the planes and get started here. So, all right. Oops. As I mash buttons there. Oh, what happened? Okay, stand by. Sorry. Got a little wonkiness. Now, keep in mind also, again, this is pre-release, so the game is prone to crashing. I have had the fatal error crash a couple of times, so we may have a few instances where the game, like it is right now, seems to crash on me. So, unfortunately, if that is happening, I will have to throw up the transition screen here and fix it, as I have to You're seeing it still move when I move my head, but unfortunately the game for me is completely locked. My hands are completely locked in place. So, oh, wait, there we go. Okay, got it. Okay, thank goodness. All right, so there we go. We don't have to stop. So, okay, we went through a lot of the planes. Now, I did watch one of the other streams the other day, and they said I failed to hit this one right here, the Entente. So there we go. You got the Sopwith Camel and the Spod SX13. So again, not really a War Thunder player, not, you know, really up on all of the planes. So bear with me if I mispronounce something, or I really got from a lot of the comments in some of the other streams that I watched, watching our stream, that man, there are some really passionate players for this game. So, okay, let's see here. I'm kind of liking the P47 here, so I'm going to stick with that. And let's see, they also said that I didn't go through the game modes, so here we go. Here are the single missions. So we've got the meek and mild. Let's see here. Oh, wait, no, there we go. New recruits. So it looks like that's just a fly the track, surgical strike, meek and mild. So we'll go through a few of these. So let's go ahead and just start here at new recruits. And real quick, gonna pin that chat up in here so that I can talk to you guys. And stand by while I get your chat in my view. There we go. Now I can see you guys, and you can probably see you guys as well. Oops, wait, no. Pen. And boom, there we go. Okay, so now I can monitor the stream and I can see your chat. So what do I use for a VR headset? I'm actually using the Quest 3 right now with virtual desktop. That's right, I need to give focus back to the game. Stand by, sorry for all this, guys. There we go. There we go. Now I can fly. Okay. All of the new pilots must survive. Okay, so that's really weird how the menu there, I don't know if you guys are seeing that on the video. You might be, but I doubt it because I've just got the game view on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start all over now that I've got everything set up here. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and crash. So, okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and just spin to the ground here as we crash, and I'm going to go ahead and start all this over. So I'm going to over here. There we go. Oh, perfect. There we go. Now that's not in my way. Okay. We failed to complete a secondary objective. Yep. We're going to fail to complete a lot of objectives today here, folks. Okay, there we go. So now I've got my stick with my 8-bit DOE controller. Okay. Nope, it just blew my flaps off. Crap. Did it again. Take some speed down. I did retract the flaps. You saw me. Yeah, well, there we go. Just blow the other one off. So again, I normally fly with a HOTAS. I said this a lot on Friday, and I don't know why it is. Well, I do know why it is, actually, because I have been playing VR for so long now that it feels absolutely super foreign to me to hold this gamepad in my hand or to try to fly a plane with the Quest controllers, where I'm not actually feeling any resistance from the stick. Now, it was pointed out, I couldn't remember the name of it on Friday, the Protoss. That is one that you can get where you can put your Quest controllers in it, and it kind of makes them into a little makeshift HOTAS. So that might be pretty cool for something like this. Better would be that, Gaijin just fully gets HOTAS support working. Again, I've got it mapped. I just can't. Yep, abandoned. That's just abandoned. That's what I was hoping for. I just wanted to fly over the city until that happened. But I can't get the axes to invert. So there we go. Okay, now we can just start over here. All right, now that I've got your chat pinned and I know what I'm doing. So, all right. So there we go. All right, let's go back here. P51. Game mode. I'm going to do new recruits again because we didn't do anything in that. Okay, and this one does start us in the air. All right. Let's cover the young pilots. I got you guys. Probably very badly, but I've got you. And I do want to thank anybody who is coming out here to check out the stream today. Again, this is just a little early look at Aces of Thunder. It is not the final build of the game. This is not the release build. I don't have a release date for you. That is obviously the question people want to know. We will have some coverage coming to UploadVR.com pretty soon. As soon as we know more about the game, you will. So, but for now, I want to thank Gaijin for giving us early access to this. It has been really cool to get in here and play and start learning the game and watch it as it makes the sprint to the finish. All right, let's do it. Now, right now, I am flying with my Quest controller. I do find that out of the three methods that are offered to me currently, this, playing the way that they intended you to, obviously, by, using the in-game controls, has been the best and the most accurate, but I still really want my HOTAS. No. Scrap. All right. Saw that coming. It's one thing, okay, and another thing I really hope Gaijin tightens up is the hands in here, because what happens is you grip something and your hand stays locked to it unless you press the grip again, and that to me just feels foreign. I should just be able to press grip, grab it, and then, I release grip, I'm off of it, but grip is actually going to... Well, let's bail out. I like leaving the plane. Let's see if we can just gently come down here. Okay, we'll go ahead and look at chat while we do here. We'll just kind of float to the ground as we watch this battle. Let's see here. Chrome Colossus looks pretty from the social screen. How's the sense of immersive place? The sense of immersion is good. When will we get the PSVR 2 version? We don't know. We were really happy just to get this one. I couldn't handle that spinning around. Oh man, I'll tell you what. one of my favorite memories is, I think it was in DCS. I was flying in my yaw, the yaw motion simulator, and I had a wing get blown off, but I held that stick just perfectly to where I flat spun to the ground at like 360 degrees per second spin is what the yaw is capable of, and it was just insane. The additional goal is impossible to achieve. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Got you, blew off your wing. Haha, nice. Okay. Well, we'll save face on the mission there, even though I did really horribly. All these parachutes. Nice. Okay. Let's get back in there. Why did I... Oh, God, the controls are not the best. I mean, I'm not the best, but this is just really difficult. I really need to go back to my gamepad here. Alright. Flatten it out. Flatten it out. This is the Watch Dawn spin show. Okay, let's try this again. Don't worry, folks, I'll get there. Like I said, not the easiest with the control setup that I have currently. You're going to see great YouTubes of people losing their breakfast. Yes, you are, Adrian. Absolutely. HOTAS support. So, yes, Andrew, that is the crux of my existence right now. I normally would be flying with my X-52. I finally did get it to map. Axes are mapped. Buttons are mapped. Sans the trigger. It will not let me put fire on the trigger for some reason. But it won't let me invert the axes. So currently the throttle is backwards to me and the pitch is backwards to me. So after a lot of years of muscle memory, there's no way I could actually fly that way. So currently I am using the Quest controllers in combination with my 8BitDo Pro controller. It's a different mission. Okay, and here's where we can do the mission editor. I guess that's where we can do different stuff. Yeah, okay. Battle of Britain, Battle for Tunisia, Battle of the Bulge. And as badly as I fly, if there's anything in here that anybody specifically wants to see, just let me know here in the chat. I'm happy to oblige. I'm sorry for the scratchy voice. We had like multiple streams back to back, and we got the weather changing here in Missouri. My allergies have been going haywire. So, ooh, I like this one. Okay. Cover the tank convoy. There's my throttle. There's my flaps. Where is my tank convoy? Oh, they're below me. Where are you, little guys? Enough messing around here. Let's see what I need to do. Okay, somebody had asked about shadows. I just saw a shadow of the plane the other day on the stream. Ah, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up! Ah, boo. No, I'm not actually learning at the same time, Daniel. I mean, it's not like I haven't been playing flight simulators since Microsoft Flight Simulator in the late 80s, but I'm learning this game, yeah, because, well, here's the funny thing. I played War Thunder back in the day when it first... There's my tank convoy. Slow down a little bit. I played War Thunder back in the day when it first came out because it was pretty much the only flight game that had VR support. And it was... The cockpits were the wrong scale. There was just, again, problems with HOTAS mapping. I think that's something that Gaijin has really struggled with. Or at least with the X-52, the one that I use, which is more of a space flight HOTAS. I mean, I will give it that, but I don't know, when you fly a specific way for so many years using the same equipment and it just, all of this feels so foreign to me that no matter what it is, it feels like I'm picking it up for the very first time, if that makes any sense. So, okay, here we go. Let's get on these guys. There's my tanks. What do we have here? Are you one of mine? Okay. Well, sorry guys, I'm actually just kind of soaking it in here. Wonder if you could make a homemade chair that leans to either side when you shift your weight so you can lean. Okay, so that's funny you mentioned that. That's, Daniel, that's actually how I started everything. It was for Elite Dangerous, and I took an old rocking chair that my mother-in-law was going to throw out, stripped it down to a bare frame, threw a car seat in it, bolted a couple of tables to the side of it for HOTAS, threw a old transducer on the back of it, and it could actually swivel, kind of rock to the sides, and it was my Flintstones powered motion simulator for Elite Dangerous. I called it Battle Chair, and it's actually what started my entire channel back in the day, before I was blessed to become a member here at Upload. And you should also become a member at Upload, by the way, if you are watching the stream. And enjoying me fly badly, and really wishing I had something to shoot at. I think I'm going to switch missions here. Something more a little lively. Yeah, please consider becoming a member at UploadVR.com. It does support our work directly, and we do appreciate it. And if you're liking the stream today, give it a like and a share. So, I will say I like the detail. I mean, much better from the air. You know, the higher I get, the better everything looks. Really kind of shows some lower detail when you get closer to the ground. But are my flaps trimmed today? Yes. But again, it just really depends. As I'm gonna crash anyway. Who cares? Yeah, no, I was having a lot of trouble with that. So, do I still have the chair, Daniel Leaper? Yes, I do. It is actually out in my shed. I thought about getting rid of it a couple of years ago. I really did, and I really couldn't. It just, I don't know. It was. It's kind of, to me, it's a little piece of history, and you know, I graduated from that to the Yaw 1. There might be another one of those coming soon. I'm working on that, but you know, to be able to play these games in a motion rig is insane, and this is one I definitely would love to see get telemetry output support, which I'm pretty sure it would, since, you know, basically it's War Thunder, and War Thunder has worked with the Yaw VR motion simulator. So, okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and switch missions here. This one's kind of boring. And, you know, I mean, I guess I keep bringing this up. This is when I use the controller. This works a lot better, you know, because you don't have your hands in this method. So, obviously, I have to do things like this manually using this little controller and stick. Okay. And then so it would be really nice to be able to just do all this on one control method, as I'm having to set down the controller, pick up the hand controllers. So let's see here. Oh, Daniel Lieber, yeah, I think I answered that already. He's asking, what do I use now if I don't use the battle chair anymore? I still use the Yaw 1. I'm really hoping soon to get the Yaw 3, which is just insane if you don't know what it is. So if not, go look it up. It is an amazing looking motion chair. So, okay. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's see if we can just... Let's try the Firefly again. I don't know. We'll just see if we can get into an online battle like we did on Friday. Maybe devs are playing, or if not, maybe it'll just populate with bots. So, can you spell it? YAW3. Yeah, or as VR Fanatic here, as a Yaw 2.5 owner myself, I would really love telemetry support for this. War Thunder doesn't have solid telemetry, and only a few planes work on the profiles. VR Fanatic, are you using the Yaw software, or are you using something like Sim Racing Studio? Sim Racing Studio is what I use mostly when I do dig my simulator out. So maybe better profile. I don't know. It seems okay. It's definitely not my favorite. One of my favorites in that is actually Ill 2. That gave me a moment of presence that I'll never forget, where I literally I was rolling across terrain like this, and I could feel the bumps in the terrain, as my plane's rolling across it, and it just like blew my mind. So, hey, KC Chiefs, thanks for joining us. Yeah, back for round 2. It's Sunday afternoon. I was going to play anyway. I thought, what the heck, a lot of people are very, very interested to see this game, even if I play it badly. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who definitely are wanting to see more of this, or as much as they can. So, okay, whoops. No, you break something? Okay. And see, like, this is just, it's little things like this. It's I don't know, like, it's difficult to grab on to certain things still in the cockpit here. So,
destroy enemy attackers and cover the allied ones.
All right, we're on it, sir. Let's do this. Any day now. There we go. Right through that other plane. That is, never get used to that. What the heck? Oh, because my stupid throttle, my hand got caught on the throttle. See, that's one of those things, like, again, little quality of life improvements definitely need to happen. The sticky hands thing is something that I would love to be able to turn off. Having your hands, when you press the grip button, just stick, and then now they're just stuck. I mentioned that earlier, but that is one of those things that is driving me crazy. In this game. Otherwise, it does feel pretty good to just fly. And there we go. There's my flaps again. Crap. It does feel pretty good to just, get in here and fly with the stick a little bit. Somebody asked us on Friday, and I don't think we actually answered it. Does it feel like Ultra Wings 2? And yeah, it really kind of does. Any of these, I guess that kind of set the standard. There's my other, probably something else blowing off, or my gear or something. I don't know. I keep forgetting to raise all that stuff because I'm talking to you guys and I'm not really playing. I'm just flying and farting around here. So let's see here. No. The dank cheese, I do not have the HOTAS today. I've said that earlier. I got a lot of it mapped last night, but I cannot get the axes to invert, and I cannot get the trigger button to map for my weapons. So it definitely, yeah, Daniel, it ain't cheap. It definitely would be great if I could be flying with my HOTAS right now. More to come on that. I did send off an email, and hopefully the developers will get back to me and tell me how I can at least remap some of that stuff. There we go. Here we go. Oh, that guy's on my team. Damn. Why did that tag not come up earlier? I would not have been shooting at you, man, if I had seen that tag earlier, and you guys saw that. It did not pop up. Sorry. Oops. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, I'm kind of glad I didn't shoot that guy down, especially since he's on my team. Oh, he's on my team. Okay. Are you on my team? Oh, I'm out of bullets. Well, fuck. Oh, sorry. I'll just ram you. There you go. Oh. Hey, let me in. So, yeah, the game feels good. It's definitely... You want to see Tom do a spin while doing a loop. Sorry, I'm like drifting here. So, yeah, let me in. The game feels good. The flight feels good. The problem with me is HOTAS support right now is not in the game fully. So there are still having problems, with some of the mappings, or at least I am with my X-52. So having to fly, here with the hand in the air, kind of so to speak, is a little jarring to me. But overall, everything else in the game, I mean, it's feeling pretty good. Wow. Well, see, that's what happens when you're trying to look over and check chat outside of your headset underneath. Oops. Oops. All right. Oh, and now I'm stuck here. Oh, let's see if I can just leave the plane. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to look at my plane upside down. That's awesome. So now another thing I would really love to see, I mean, obviously you can, I don't know if it'll let me do it here because I'm in a battle, but like before you can walk around all of the planes. I'd love to see full locomotion support, the teleporting and the snap turning. Again, there's just very, very few options for anything in here, and remapping and controls is like you can't even remap controls right now that don't already have a mapping. There's no way for me to select it, so certain things I can't even map. So unless maybe you just hit it just right. I mean, it's like, but it's painful. You also can't extend the finger in the hand here. Woo, nice. When you're holding the controller. So, okay. So let's get back to the battle. Take the Typhoon. I haven't really messed with any loadouts. Ground targets, tracers. Ooh, let's do tracers. That sounds cool. Oh, okay. I guess I haven't unlocked it yet. Hence why it was red. Alright, so let's see here. Throttle, gear, or flaps. I wish you could also pick this up and move it out of the way. I don't like the permanency of this, and I have not found any way to like pin it right here. You know, don't put it in the field of view of anything that I might actually have to see, because it obscures it. And like, see, sitting here on my couch, if I'm expected to do this with my hands, oops, as I smack the controller here, just kind of showing you guys some limitations here. So say you're not playing this at a desk. I'm actually sitting on a couch right now. I can't put my hands through the couch cushion. So if I have to reach for something down here, like say where the flaps are, it's very difficult for me to get to these specific knobs. So just something else there. Okay. Alright, let's get in the air. Yes, no, Spooky, please. Yeah, somebody get me HOTAS support. I mean, seriously. I cannot fly without it. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. So there. Ah! See, now I'm looking down at everything, and I'm about to crash here. And see what's going on here. I didn't even... Okay. Sorry. That's... how the hell did that even happen? So... yeah, it is so frustrating without the HOTAS. Alright, let's try the 8-bit DOE controller again. Okay. There we go. Alright. So... I will say, since I'm kind of commenting on everything today, the controller support, the haptic feedback feels pretty good. As I just lost my gear probably because I didn't put it down. Because yes, I'm retracting the flaps. I'm pressing the button that you use to retract the flaps. So, anyway. Again, controls not the best right now. And yes, I'm pressing the button to retract the flaps. There. And it won't stick in place. It won't give me anything but up or down. And obviously, probably have I already lost them? No. Sorry guys, I'm just playing with buttons here. And so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, I could pull up this menu, but I mean, even when pulling up the menu, I just get toggle flaps. And the menu itself is difficult because you have to hold button combinations to get it to come up and to manipulate it. So, again, if there's one thing that I would implore Gaijin to really, really focus on is controls. right now the control is just horrible. Hey Obzar, how's it going, man? Spooky Yuki, I would never let somebody showcase my game like this. I feel like you're hurting the game. You know, well, hey bud, you know, it is what it is, man. We have access and I'm playing it. And I'm sorry you're not liking what you see, but, you know, that's what it is. If I had my HOTAS and I was sitting in my motion rig like any other flight sim that I play, yeah, I might be doing a little bit better. So playing this with Quest controllers, flying around with my arms wailing in the air, with no support, no rigidity. Since I'm sitting on a couch, I don't have a desk to put them on, or holding something to a VR player as foreign as a gamepad. It just, none of this feels right to me. So, you know, yeah, there you go. That's my answer. God, this feels so weird flying with a hand controller. I can't get any precision movement. It's killing me. I gotta be so slow about everything. No, there we go, I'm dead. I'm gonna crash right into this ship. Ah! Nice. Get a plunger and tape the controller to it. You know, I thought about doing that. Yeah, no, Spooky, I get you, man. I'm sorry. I've just, you know, here's the thing. I said this in the beginning of the game. I'm a 54-year-old man who has been playing flight simulators. I got my very first flight simulator. It was the original Microsoft Flight Simulator for the PC Junior. Got that at Christmas. Actually snuck it out from underneath the tree, made a copy of the floppy disk so that I could play it before I actually unwrapped it. Yeah, so I've been doing this for a while, but I know this looks like crap, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You know, again, sorry, I was checking on something from my stream here. It is what it is. You know, it's hard to control, and not everything in here works. You can't reach for certain things. Your hands get stuck on stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make excuses for my flying, because I am not a pilot. I'm not a professional pilot, and I don't aspire to be, but I do enjoy getting up in, you know, these kind of things and just kind of having a good time. So, but as I said in the beginning of the stream, you're not going to see professional pilot stuff here. I'm going to forget to do my flaps all the damn time. I'm going to crash into the runway as I try to talk to you guys as I look down looking for these things. So that's how I roll. Yeah, no, absolutely, Andrew. The developer should have made the flight stick support perfect before they handed it to me. Hey, cool. You got a reward. I'm going to fly one of the old planes. I haven't flown one of these yet. Let's do the Sopwith Camel. There we go. Try this one. What? Now, this is not a Sopwith Camel. Okay. Well, I guess we're doing that. See, okay, and like this, the flaps is a button, and I can't even press it. Look, look, there's my finger. So, and when my flaps get blown off and everybody gives, oh, use your flaps, I can't. So, there you go. Just so you see it right there on camera. I'll find the button for it here. No. Yeah, there's something being blown off. I'll flank them from the side here. Damn it. Pull out of it, pull out of it. No, I'm not getting out of this one. There we go. Is there no training mode? No. Currently there is not, Jammy. And slowly accelerate when in a flat spin. Okay, good to know, Spooky. The water splashdowns are pretty awesome. Yeah, sometimes I just crash just to see the crashes. You know. So, okay. And such a pain in the butt, though, to have to keep switching controllers like this. There we go. Nice. Can I get that off my screen, please? Thank you. Shit. Well, come on. For real? Pull up. All right, there we go. Stabilize. Now, what I'm going to need to do here real soon is I'm going to need to, like, stream some old school Elite Dangerous and show you guys that I'm actually a really good pilot in space. This terrestrial stuff, not so much. Sweet. Actually, Bat, man, I don't want to have to ban you for that, but yeah, we don't talk about Beck like that. You know, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Our streams on Fridays are meant to be very casual and chill. So, you know, if the serious streams that we do are when we do like VR download, VR Gevcast, you know, VR Games Cast. Those are the serious streams. Friday streams, if you come here and you see us playing a game on Friday, you're going to see me and Beck just being loose and having fun and talking and hanging out. You know, that's what we do. It's kind of our way of kind of decompressing at the end of the week and hanging out with our audience. So, yeah, I don't know, Chrome. I don't know why it fade out back. She annoyed me a couple of times. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not for everybody. We get it, you know, but yeah, man, you know, Beck is awesome, and you know, we are people, like she said on the Friday stream. You know, we're people. We do this every day. I don't fly every day, obviously, as you guys can see. I'm not the best at it, but we just are very passionate about VR, and we have fun, and we like to, you know, invite you guys along for the ride. So, like more damage indicators when you're taking damage. Ultra Wing, yeah, they did actually, Spooky. That's another thing Ultra Wings could have really benefited from. Okay, so why? I guess maybe because the missions are specifically set for specific planes. Because I was like, well, I selected that because I actually wanted to fly that. So I think I'm just going to do test flight with this one because I want to fly the Sopwith here. There we go. Whoa, a little up in my face there. All right, nice. All right, love the detail on that. That looks great. Okay. There's throttle. Engine RPM, fuel pressure. Just kind of getting familiar with the plane here for a second. Altitude, compass. Is there no flaps on this? No, there's flaps. Where are they? I guess we can always just try to use the button. Oh, it takes off so gently. How cool. Mm-hmm. So I want to think this is probably what it would be like flying an ultralight. You know, probably a little more than that, but that is, I mentioned that on the Friday stream. Like you know, I'm gonna be that old retired guy one day. I swear. Ooh, sorry, just caught my eye with the little telescope there. That has an ultralight. I just can't talk and fly at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. I've always just wanted something that I could just, you know, get up at a little tiny altitude like this and just kind of fly around. I just think it would be relaxing and cool. So, yeah, Bat, there are campaign modes. I showed a few of them, and we'll probably jump into another one here. I was going to jump into it, but I wanted to fly this, and I guess the campaigns are locked. Just, you know, each campaign has its own specific plane that it wants you to fly. So... yeah, Spooky, you did an ultralight flight. It was awesome. Yeah, I've just always been fascinated by it. I shared the story on Friday that when I was, I think, 12, 13 years old, in Boy Scouts, my Scoutmaster had a Cessna, and he was a local pilot. And as part of a competition that we had, I won, and another Scout won, and we got to go up with him in his Cessna. And for one of the things that he let us do, for a very brief moment, he let us take the stick, and it was just magical. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be amazing to be able to just fly, you know. And again, not in combat, not professionally, just what I'm doing here today. Just, you know, getting up in the air and just flying. take around the little terrain here. I will say this terrain looks the best so far. I love, you know, from high up. I mean, it really looks good. And this also is reminding me of warplanes. I love warplanes. That's another one I can play in the yaw simulator. And it is amazing in that simulator. Love those colors. Oh wow, Spooky, you're tugging at my heartstrings here, man. That would have been so cool. So cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Casey. It's called warplanes, World War I fighters, I believe. And then there's also another warplanes where they get into the World War II stuff. And again, I'm just taking a break from the combat here, guys. I'm just enjoying some scenery, just flying around. Y'all can probably see me do this a little bit better than the combat, and you know, it's not as jarring when I keep crashing over and over again. Apologies for that, but not. Really looks good. I need a fan blowing on me. That would be amazing. A little immersion enhancer. I'm gonna let go of this stick here. All right. Kind of get down. There. Ah, no. Come on, let go of the stick. Ah, there we go. Don't know why I did that. I just felt the need to. So, okay, see here. Daniel, fans on me in GT7 to take it to another level. Absolutely. You know, I am all about any of these little presence enhancers that you can do. I mean, and there are so many little cheap ways in VR that you can enhance your presence. You know, just putting a fan blowing on you in a game like this or in a racing game. You feel that wind on your face. It just, I don't know, it takes it to a different level. It really does. So, okay. Let's see here. Leave the plane again here. I really wish it would, well, maybe, no, and it just put me right back in the plane. See, why did it give me the option to leave the plane and then put me back in the plane? Okay, so there you go, and I'm back in the plane. So, I don't know. I really would like the ability to just land this plane wherever I want and, you know, get up and walk around. And that's one of the things I thought was really interesting in Microsoft Flight Simulator, that you can, you know, just land right there at any point in the map, just get out of your plane and just start, you know, walking around. I mean, it's really weird looking, the terrain, because it's all satellite generated data, but it's just insanely cool to be able to do that. So, okay. All right. Let's see here. So it looks like we've been going a little over an hour here. So built a butt kicker in my couch with some plywood and a small amp and a bass kicker for under $100. Yeah, man. I mean, any of those kinds of things, Spooky, you know, it's like just every little bit that takes you farther down the rabbit hole, so to speak. You know, I mean, that's what I'm all about. So let's see here, since we were talking about walking around, we did this on Friday, but limited area, you can't walk forever, but when you are in the camp here, you can actually walk around and you can look at some of this stuff. And I thought it was interesting how it's actually got the positional audio in here as well. So like I'm barely hearing the music, and then if I go over here, then it's going to get louder and it's going to kind of shift. So I just thought that was an interesting little effect. Because you do have some pretty decent positional audio in the game. Excuse me. Okay. Go back over here to my plane. But as I said earlier, as I say in all games that are VR, please developers give us the option at least for smooth locomotion in this little sequence right here without the snap turning. I think it would just feel amazing to be able to smoothly just walk all around the plane, check it out from different angles. So I think that would be fantastic. Let's see here. HOTAS is available for other flying games on PS5. It should be available for this game, right? Yes. Yeah, they should have HOTAS support on PS5. I think it uses the T-Flight. So I'm not sure of other HOTAS available for that system. I do have a PS5. My kid steals it all the time. I do have a PSVR too. We do use that here on the channel from time to time, but prying the PS5 out of her hands these days is like pulling teeth. So that doesn't happen very often for me, unfortunately. So, okay. I think probably get up in the air maybe one or two more times here. Probably watch me crash, not pull my flaps, not raise my gear, all the stuff that everybody's like cringing over right now. Let's see here. Trying to see which plane I should fly, or which set of planes I should fly at least. So, ooh, I love that, how that has that curved wing. And looks like there is going to be some purchasable packs here, or at least purchasable planes. So, nope, and I'm not going to do that right now. So, very interesting there. So, it looks like certain nations, or at least the USA here, has at least one purchasable aircraft currently. So, let's see here. Ooh, yeah, I like this one. I like the way this one looks. Probably not going to like the way this one flies, but it looks really good. So, all right, and then let's see here. We had a question earlier about the game modes. So here are the single player missions, and again, I guess I could just pick one of these, and then it'll pick the plane for me. Yeah, vehicle P-47D. So this one would be a ground strike. I haven't done a ground strike yet. Guardian Angel. And you can see, though, it's just so difficult sometimes because I can't point my finger currently to get this to work. Now, I say that, though. Hold on. I'm just curious because this did seem to work earlier. Let me see if I can get my Quest to switch over to pure hand tracking here in Steam. No, it didn't. So earlier, I don't know how it happened. I actually had the ability to use my hands a little bit better in the game. Because I was actually pointing at certain things, and it's when I set my controllers down, but now I'm not getting that option. So, not sure what's going on there either. Ooh, Flight in the Mist. I have not flown in increment weather yet either. That would be kind of cool. Intercept and shoot down. That's the one we tried earlier. Jungle Cobra. Way through the jungle. Ooh, nighttime. Ooh, let's do a nighttime one. We haven't done a nighttime one. Okay, take off and do not let the Japanese bring up fresh forces to take an airfield. All right, let's try this one. We haven't done a nighttime battle yet. Oh, wait. I'm going to reset my position here. Stand by. There we go. Ooh, nighttime looks nice. Okay. I like this cockpit. It's kind of nice and compact. Okay, but this is the one that has the flaps button instead of the flaps lever, and I cannot get it to press. So hopefully we will remember. Let's see here before we even start. Which one was flaps? Is it this one? Yes, there it is. There's flaps. And see, to get it to go into that middle position, though, there we go. You really got to like fidget with the buttons here. But again, I am being a little more critiquey today, but I do have to stress this is pre-release. This is not final product. So anybody who's watching this going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, don't stress. This is not completely done yet. Also, I did watch a stream yesterday where I guess one of the guys who was doing the stream thought that we were restricted as to what we can say. We are not restricted as to what we can say. I just, maybe didn't know the right things to say, so to speak. There we go. Put that back in my view. There we go. So... You mean jank, so it's pre-jank. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't call it jank by any means. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. So, I guess if you jump in and you have fun, I mean, that's the goal of the game, right? So, oops, love that. All right, let's go. Okay, and let's just do it this way this time. That way we know. Come on, go into that middle position. There we go, got him. All right. Man, I love this night flight. This looks nice. Oh, I did retract the gear. Okay. All right, let's turn around here. Oops, let's not lose our airspeed as we turn around here. There we go. All right, now let's head to the target. Now that I got my bearings. Ooh, I love this little... Oh, I'm pointing at it and you guys can't even see that. I love the little reflection up here in the compass from the moon. That's nice. Oh, yeah, Chrome. That would be really, really cool. Okay, take off and proceed to the territory under Japanese control.
Objective complete.
Hey, I actually completed an objective. Okay, convoy. There they are. Ah, dang it. Nice. Oh, I love the searchlights. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, somebody's on my tail. Come on, come on. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Turn. God, this thing's like a tank. Oh, I like that trail. Alright, let's get lower. Come on, let's take it to the deck. Got one. Haha. No, no, no. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. No, no! No, no! Ah! Keep it up! Keep it. Ah, yes! Woo! Alright. Let's fly out here and get my bearings. Man, I'm doing this with my 8-bit Do Pro controller, and again, I know I've said this, and man, it seems like I'm making this excuse too much, but I really can't stress how hard this is to fly when you're not used to using controllers like this. Since I became a VR player, I have not played 2D games since like 2016, 2015, 2014, actually. So anytime I hold one of these controllers in my hands now, it actually feels foreign. And I know that sounds weird from a gamer perspective, but if I don't have my motion controls, which also in this game feel foreign right now because they're just not working 100%, it makes it really difficult to fly straight. Oh, I think I got shot. Come on, come on, come on, come on, line up. Ah, hit that tree. All right. Oh, nice crash though. Okay, love that where you stay intact. You know. All right. So I think we're just going to chill in this field here. So, all right. And I lost interest in most flat screen gaming 8 years ago. So standard controllers seem archaic now. Yeah, you know, Chrome, I'm in the same boat, brother. Don has Japanese style of flight. Yes, I am a kamikaze for sure. HOTAS is the way for sure, Spooky. Absolutely. So, all right. Now let's switch. Now let's try the Quest controllers again. See if I can get a little more granularity out of them. So the 8-bit Do controller worked pretty good. The problem is that it's just, man, how do people aim? You know, like even in FPS games, that's what blows my mind. Is how can you play an FPS game with those? It just, my daughter can't use a keyboard and mouse for that, and I'm like, oh my god, that would just drive me insane. Because those little sticks are just so twitchy, and you know, you just can't aim precisely with them. And I mean, this is a little better. And again, I am trying multiple control methods today. Sans the HOTAS. I see you down there. You want to back me up here, guys? Thank you. I need some bombs, is what I need. Ah! Rode it right down to the ground. That looks cool. What brand of HOTAS did you purchase for this, William? You know, I really can't give you advice on that. I have been stuck on my old X52 for years. You know, that one really more meant for spaceflight games, I guess. That's what they bill it as, but it works great for, you know, pretty much everything flight. But Thrustmaster makes decent stuff. You know, but yeah. So, all right, guys, let's see here. We've been going about an hour and a half now. So I'm just wondering if I've got a little more in me. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm just looking for more chat here. HF8 haptic seat will be awesome. Feel every shot. Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, anything that's going to get you more immersed in the game, William, I am all for it, man. Haptic seats, haptic anything. You know, the haptics in the game so far have been pretty good. Any tail gunner support? People keep asking me that. You know, so far I haven't seen any way to change to that position. But Pigman, it's not a final release here. Okay. So this is not a finished product that you're seeing here today. We were given special pre-release access. And actually I want to thank Gaijin for giving us the very first access. I know there are some people out there who are not happy that they didn't give it to like hardcore War Thunder, you know, influencers or players. You know, why did they give it to us? We keep seeing that question. Well, you know, we are one of the premier VR outlets out there. So maybe that's why, because this is a upcoming VR game, not just a flight game. So, you know, Blue Bottles can't wait to make videos on this game. Absolutely. We can't wait to watch them. You know, I loved seeing people starting to dissect our coverage yesterday. It really shows me how important this game is to the community and how much everyone is looking forward to it. So we also cannot wait to, you know, see more coverage out there, do our own coverage of the game. Do look for that on UploadVR.com soon. So, you know, in fact, I think we actually dropped coverage of that today, as a matter of fact. So that should be live on the site now, as a matter of fact. So after this stream, if you want, go over there and check out our hands-on of the game. So, all right, I'm going to go up one more time. And then I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day here. So before I go up, I'm going to give it a few minutes here for the chat to respond. any specific plane that you guys want me to fly. The one who gets the most mentions gets the flight. So so long as it's fully baked, I don't mind if they take their time. Absolutely. You know, I'm all for it. You know, look, developers, if you aren't ready, don't release. Okay. Seriously, we would much rather wait than have this rinse and repeat cycle that we've been seeing with day 1, day 2, day 3 patches coming out for VR games lately. You know, so if the game's not ready, put it back in the oven, let it bake a little while. We're willing to wait for that feast. So exactly. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are echoing that sentiment out there. So, okay, any takers? Any specific plane you want to see me fly before we end the stream here today? No. Definitely needs more cooking. Yeah, no, it does. Blue Bottles. I'm not going to say in any way, shape, or form this game is perfect. Well baked now. So that could mean a lot of things. Yeah, it's not perfect, you know, but it's not finished. And again, that is one thing we are making sure to Daniel Leaper, Spitfire. Okay. All right, Daniel Leaper, you got it, buddy. Okay. But again, that is something that we are making sure to reiterate throughout the streams that we've done on Friday and today. This is not a finished game. It is, yeah, Daniel, I don't either. It's not a finished game. It is, you know, still work in progress. They're still adding stuff to it all the time. As soon as we get a release date, we can't wait to shout it all over socials. So, you know, definitely be on the lookout for that. We do not have a lot of information outside of what you're going to find in our write-up that was posted today on UploadVR.com. So, yeah, and I am too, Blue Bottles. I'm sold. You know, this is great. I can't wait until they polish it up, until I get full HOTAS support, until I learn to fly better in the game, and get that motion support in there. You know, hopefully they expose that telemetry. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my head movement still. We had some comments on that. I'm really working on it, guys. So bear with me there. I'm watching my own head bob around. It's kind of jarring. So, okay. All right. Well, Daniel Leaper wants to see the Spitfire. All right. So we are going to just jump into one last online battle. We'll fly these 4 planes. We'll do the British planes. And then we will call it a day as I get killed 4 times. And you watch me die and point and shout at the screen, use your flaps, use your flaps. Yeah. So, all right. Just kidding. Yeah, Daniel, they're historically real places, I believe. I know, like in Friday, we did a flight over Pearl Harbor. I don't know that they're, you know, 1-to-1 accurate, but they are supposed to be historical. They have not mentioned anything. I want a lot about the PSVR 2 version just yet. So have I tried a bomber? I did try a bomber last night. Again, though, I could not. That's when I was trying to get my HOTAS to map, and I could not get the bombs to map. I couldn't get the weapons to map for my HOTAS for some reason. And currently, again, using the hand controllers, it's really janky trying to switch weapons. So just one of those things that hopefully they are aware of and working on. And I'm sure they're aware of it because I'm pretty sure they watch these streams. So, do I play online? What's my gamer tag? Spooky, I don't. I am not an online gamer. My gamer tag is VR Gamer Dude. So yeah, that's a name you guys might know. I've been out there for about 10 years. I just joined Upload last year as their video producer. I was blessed with this job. Love this company. Love what I get to do for a living every day. And if you guys want to help us to continue to do that and bring you coverage like this, maybe help me to get some flying lessons so I learn how to fly better, consider becoming a member over at UploadVR.com. Yes, FX Note, I am using my Quest 3 with Virtual Desktop today to play this. So, Never get used to flying through those jets. I think it is cool how you can open the canopy back up. You know, you can go ahead and close that though, because it gets a little loud. Oh, my controller just vibrated off the couch. I don't know if you guys heard that hit the floor or not. There we go. All right. Oh, no, hey, see, and my hand was still stuck to the canopy. So again, just those little weird... Oh, and there we go. Just like Friday, we have now hit fatal error. And the stream has crashed. Not sure if you guys are seeing that. But unfortunately, that is probably, again, the end of the stream. Because I will have to need a fan for an open canopy. Absolutely, William. That would be... I talked about that earlier, how that is just such a nice, small presence enhancer for games like this, for driving games. So, okay, well, guys, I apologize that you're probably looking at a fatal error message and a borked screen here. I'm going to kind of talk it out for a second, and then I think we're just going to go ahead and end this one up since we ended up with the stuck screen here. Or actually, I guess you're not seeing the fatal error message there. So, all right, and just go ahead and take a last look at chat here. All right, and if they need more testing, you would love to help. Blue Bottles, absolutely. You know, I'm hoping that they are going to cockpit snap as your view right now. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well, Chrome. So I mean, I guess that's not a bad way to end it. That way you guys don't see me bobbing my head around as we kind of say goodbye today. So William, thank you so much for coming by the stream, man. Again, for anybody who came by, I know this was a little jarring in the beginning. Again, I am not a professional pilot. I am not an avid sim pilot. I do get up there. I do fly around and poke around, but you know, it is what it is. So, but either way, I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today. I really am just as excited as you guys for this game. So, yeah, it is definitely something that is on our radar. Look at UploadVR.com for future coverage. But until then, we'll see you and have a great rest of your weekend.